Hey everyone, and welcome to Uncharted Realms' Sunday event. It's Sunday, so you know what that means. Out of the Box Gaming's Armory Classic Constructed. I'm Brent, alongside streamer to be named. Excited because it's round one. After a little bit of admin clarifications, we come into our first game a little bit late, but we'll delay a second more before we go into there. Talk about Out of the Box Gaming. Out of the Box Gaming is a store local to Thomasville, North Carolina, specializing in in-store play with a lot of limited games going on, and a awesome website that hosts a marketplace for trading card singles. So if you're in the market for some Pokemon, some Yu-Gi-Oh, some Flesh and Blood, that's a specific one. Ding, ding, ding. That's the killer right there. Check out of the Box Gaming in person or outoftheboxgaming.com. We got Alexander to be more precise, on the Katsu against Dave yet again on the Briar. Hello there to you, Jose. How are you doing today? I am doing wonderful. If you go ahead and ask, I'll answer the question there right away. It's an awesome Sunday afternoon for us. Nice and warm. We're warmed up a little bit. And it's not too bad. Who do you have, Jose? Who do you have in this match? You got the Katsu. What do you like better, the Katsu or the Briar? I think Dave, we saw last time, had a little bit of a mixture on the Briar. So we'll see if he's specific to the Lightning Briar, if you've changed it up a little bit, or if he's going to continue going hair on the earth side. He's rocking kind of the standard equipment there. Alexander rocking a little change there. Not rocking the tunic, rocking the Hearten cross straps. I think I said that name correctly. Okay, we'll find out there. Yeah, Jose, glad to hear you're doing well. How are your games going this week? Your marbles are on Katsu. Patrick loves the Katsu as well. Patrick, how are you doing? Welcome in. Alex is finishing up a Scar for Scar into a leg tap there. The Scar for Scar had go again because he had less life. Dave is weathering the storm at the moment. And this should not... I believe the block was on the second Kadachi, so this shouldn't trigger mask either. Dave throws 4 in the equipment right there. Everybody loves the Ninja. No surprise. Oh my gosh. Catherine wants Katsu as well. I gotta vote for the Briar then. You know what? Actually, I don't know. This is pretty good though. The rising knee to combo with the leg tap. So that's coming in for 5. Go again. Fortunately, no card draw for Alexander, but that was still a really good turn. Gotta love that Katsu combo. I'm being told, I will say this, fellas, I have been told that Katsu might be the answer to Briar. It might. Because it is a damage race, and you think that Katsu can come out with some serious combo damage turns. So I will say, we're gonna find out, right? We're gonna keep an eye on the match, but that is something to kind of note. It's a Briar meta, so let's see how everybody kind of reacts to it. We're going into Dave's turn. He did not mix it up. He kept with the earth as well inside of there. So he's got the, not the straight Lightning Briar, but he likes to pump it up a little bit. It actually makes him pretty darn good against the Prism as well. Can pop the Phantasm and all sorts of that business. Yeah, Patrick, Katsu's been kind of that silent killer for a while. I remember seeing some Katsu, like Katsu was doing, even when Chain was popping off, Katsu was pretty decent. He was just always been a reliable option. Just always there. It may not be the tippity top tier or the tippity top deck, but it's always a winning deck or a potential for a winning deck. There's always, I think Katsu probably had some really good top 8 standings as well. Oh yeah, the Fine Center is really good. I'm being pointed out in this matchup as well because Dave's not usually going to be able to block it, thanks to the fact that most of his stuff, most of his cards are going to be very low costing, and especially in Classic Constructed, Alex is going to get the chance to get that off probably. We did see it. I think we did actually see that in Blitz on Friday. We saw the Fine Center come across for the win, actually against Dave. Was it this matchup actually? Is this a rematch of that, just in the constructive format? It might be. Oh boy. Dave's got a hard glare going on here, but that's okay. Weave Earth going in onto the Arcanic Shockwave. I don't know what else is going on, to be fair. But I do know that that's going to be 5. No go again on the Shockwave. Now, Dave does have the Snapdragon Scalers there. So he could always give it go again. There was a Snatch earlier. I'm sorry. That was the glary card. So bright, you know? Briar's just that shining light. I don't know. We're getting there. But how's everybody? Lewis Hamilton won a Qatar. No block there from Alexander. Dave gets a second embodiment. Lewis Hamilton won a Qatar. That means that this, for those that follow F1, I know there's a few of you guys that do. It's gonna come down to the last two races, or the last couple of races. So I'm pretty excited. It's a close fight. Makes it interesting. I was watching on the YouTubes there. So Dave's gonna pass it over to Alexander, who kept 4 cards in hand. So, you know, we talked about that Katsu combos. So we're gonna see if he's got the good ones right here. He's gonna start with the Kodachis, no surprise. Likely a pair of Kodachis into whatever combo he's got going on. We saw one of the flying kicks already. It's a pretty good card, and just in general. Dave blocks the second one. The best way to prevent the mask is to block the second attack. That way you negate that chain. You make them restart back up from 0. Best way to do it, block that second Kodachi. That's what happens. So mask is not going to be able to trigger except for another 3 attacks. So Pounding Gales to start. This one's for 5. Ooh, with Snapdragon Scalers up and 2 cards in hand. We may see an open center. Or no, excuse me, not an open center. Oh gosh, I can't even. It's coming for 5. Here I am I'm blanking on all the combo chains right now. Dave will block for 5. That's a Force in Nature out of the hand for those that can't see it, because I can't see it either. There's 2 embodiments pumping up onto the 3. Alex just says, yep, that's fine, I guess. Arsenal's a card, leaves 1 in hand, and passes the turn. That surprised me a little bit, because he could have potentially breaking skills there to get a point across and maybe start looking into getting the mask going again. But obviously did not want to do that. He has the chest strap there, so he definitely potentially had some resources available to threaten a little bit. But alas, wants to just set up another turn. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that indeed. Dave now into his turn with 3 cards. One of the cards came out of hand. That was a Force in Nature here. I don't think I've seen Dave play the Tome yet. That's not exactly the most highest rate card, but we have seen him pitch it a lot. It is a nice Earth pitch. Dave yet again forgot his Rune Chants. No sweat there. I don't think Rune Chant came in. It did not. It did not come in tail. So Dave likely. We're gonna need to get this man a Rune Chant token is what's gonna happen. So another Weave Earth. That came out of Arsenal. It's a blue one, so +1. If it's fused, +2. Just the Rosetta Thorn coming in for 2. +1 Arcane. Okay, I think Dave's just cleaning out the Arsenal slot there. I think he's got kind of a Nambo hand and cleaning out the Arsenal. Alex will take 2, fall to 24. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Dave didn't like the Weave Earth in there, and so just wanted to get it out. I can't complain about that. Sometimes you got to make the tech choice, and that's not too bad. Alex wants a ruling on the Amulet of Earth there. Dave lets him know it's the Art of War. +1, +1, +1 to attack, +1 to defense. Only if he fuses turn. Briar does not have a way to fuse on, or at least Dave's look right now does not at least have a way to fuse Earth during the turn, but so it's not going to matter in the defensive side, but in the attack side, it might. You know, Spellbound Creepers or nothing like that there. Alex starts out Torrent of Tempo Red. Is this... Here we go. This tells me probably a combo turn. If it hits, go again. It's a great way to start. Didn't lead with the Kodachis, so that tells me he's got some meat. I'm expecting. Dave has no embodiments to work with here, so he's not going to block it. He does have a skull cap available to block for 1, but takes the 5. Alex gets go again and gets to keep going on. Let's see if what that. I'm always interested in what people choose to arsenal when they leave a pair of cards in hand. It always, like, what's the tech choice? How did you set it up? Was it a good setup? Was it kind of a mess setup? Did you just get stuck? Sometimes it happens. I've been in that boat. I play a lot of Kano, which is very variance dependent. Leg tap. Here we go. Go again. 4. Go again. You'll love to see it. Dave, no blocks in that one means the next attack here for Alex. Next attack action card that comes in is going to trigger the mat. The mask. I said map. Or mat. What did I say there? Speaking of mat, blossoming Spellblade mat is up in the prize pool today. So one of our awesome players here is going to get their hands on a pretty nice looking mat. I will say I was at a skirmish last night, and a blossoming Spellblade foil almost made a complete table in the draft. Oh boy, that happens sometimes though. Had a great time. Made top 8. They were doing another draft, so I ended up calling it there and let somebody else take my spot. Went back and played League of Legends, played some Clash. We made the finals in Clash, but didn't did not win the final game, so we missed out on our trophy. So, speaking of Blossoming Spellblade, Dave is going to follow up a Sting of Sorcery with the Blossoming Spellblade, and this one's double fuse. Hello. All right. So, whenever it deals damage, he can banish a non-attack action card from his graveyard, and he can play it this turn as though it were an instant. And when he attacks, it'll deal 1 damage to target hero. So that means he gets at least 1 non-attack action. So he's got 1 arcane from the Sting, 1 arcane from the Spellblade, and so he gets 2 non-attack actions. Ooh, goes for the first Force of Nature. It's not going to pump up this attack, but that is actually going to generate a embodiment of lightning there. And Bramble, that's also not going to pump this one up though. Let's see if Dave... I might have to step in here to correct it. He does get his embodiment of lightning. And he's got 2 extra action points, as stated correctly. Yep. So, Blossoming Spellblade, 6 base. So Dave correctly identifies it's his next one. Yep. Nice. Let's know. Now, don't forget that Amulet of Earth is active. I'd love to see Dave. He's probably going to fire it off here. So for what I say on the Blossoming Spellblade, we see it used to very good effect here. Dave also will have 1 arcane damage from the Bramble Spark as well, so he'll have an additional 2 arcane damage on his next attack action card that he plays. Yeah, as they're slowly making their way up on your display there. Yep, back to the Blossoming Spellblade coming in for 6. That's the attack right now that we're watching resolve. And Dave does crack the Amulet of Earth. That pumps it up to 7. That's a great idea there. He could have maybe waited to see if Alex was coming out there with the defense reaction, but still, it's at the right break point. Alex can't make 5. Can't make 5 on 1 card. He would need 2 defense reactions there, at least for my knowledge of the Katsu list. So, a little bit late embodiments, but it's good. Flick Flack from Alexander there. So that Amulet of Earth did really good. Dave gets another. Does draw a card off the Force of Nature thanks to the above on the power. And Dave can banish and play a non-attack action card from the graveyard if he wants. So it comes in with the Scar for a Scar. So had missed that trigger. But that's okay. I don't think it matters. So Scar for Scar is going to be pumped up by 3 from the Bramble Spark, 1 from the Force of Nature. And then Amulet of Earth, I believe, applies to all attacks. Yep. Thanks to the Amulet of Earth there. So 9 going in there. It does have Go Again thanks to the Embodiment of Lightning. Then 2 Arcane. And then Dave blocks 3. Or excuse me, Alex blocks 3. Dave will draw a card after 6 goes across. And continue his turn. So 3 cards in grip. 5 Amulet of Earth. Woo, meaty turn. This Sting of Sorcery is going to be like, let's keep going. Dave wants to see just ball lightnings here. Oh, I think that's a Lightning Surge. It's kind of peeking through. It's Lightning Surge for 5 and 1 Arcane. This one does not have Go Again at the moment, but the Snapdragon Scalers are 120% getting popped. Dave uses his action point, actually, excuse me. So remember, he had 2 thanks to the Go Agains from the non-attack actions resolving. I had actually forgotten about those. So Dave still has an action point left. Doesn't even need to pop the Snapdragon Scalers. Goes up to 6 on the Embodiments of Earth. Alex will block 2, take 3. Dave will make another embodiment. These embodiments aren't going to matter. Alex is not going to have any attacks come back on his turn. Dave draws a card. Thanks to that Amulet of Earth. Putting it up over its base power, which combos with the Force of Nature there. Dave going in with the Blossoming Spellblade again. 1 fused on the Sting of Sorcery. And actually, I think Dave might have done Gooferino there just a little bit. Blossoming Spellblade's coming in for 7, but he can't Snapdragon this, and this does not have Go Again. Double checking on the look. Yep. Dave is out of action points. He should have, on his previous attack, Lightning Surge, actually popped the Snapdragon Scalers there, and he could have came in with the Thorn for 2 and 2 as well. Alex takes the 1 Arcane and staring down an attack for 7. He's got no more cards in hand, so he could throw equipment in front of it, which is what he does. Throws the mask. Takes 5. Dave draws a card. And that will pass. Now, Dave could have, if he had remembered on the previous Blossoming Spellblade, he could have had a non-attack. He could have had that Amulet of Earth actually available to cast an instant speed here to play that and refresh out his action or his action point, and then could have came in the Thorn for 2 and 2 for the kill. So Dave had the kill there. Also, potentially could have Snapdragon Scalered on the Lightning Surge. So. There definitely was a kill there for Dave in a couple different ways. The Embodiments of Earth, he went up to 8 if I counted correctly, which was pretty meaty. Now Alex has no way to block Arcane here, so Dave's gonna lean on the Arcane here. That's gonna be +1 Arcane damage and 3 attack. So 2 Arcane actually because it's the Ball Lightning. So 2 Arcane off the Ball Lightning, 6 damage. I think all my Katsu fans out there, the flute is throwing out there. I hate to say it. I'm sorry. Dave just needs to come in with the Thorn and he wins. And Alex just concedes to the Arcane damage from the Thorn after the next Ball Lightning. So Briar, baby. Briar on the back of a, you don't normally see it, but a Blossoming Spellblade double fused, or just fused because it has to be double fused, gets the win. Wow. Pretty good showing. And we don't see it very often, so you gotta appreciate it when it lasts. I know, Jose, it's a oh no. I know. And Dave still at 20 life is really the killer there too. It happens though, right? It happens because you're not always gonna see the fuse blossoming, but in Classic Constructed you can definitely set it up. Or you have more time to set it up, to be fair. So maybe we'll see more of Alexander later. But Dave for the meantime takes it. And that will wrap it up here for round one of Out of the Box Gaming's Classic Constructed Armory events. We hope everybody is having a good time. If you are, hit that like button and hit that Discord. If you aren't already in, I know you guys are, but if you're not, hit that Discord link. Come chat out and hang out with me and have a good time. But that does it for round number one. We'll catch you guys in round number two. Don't go nowhere. As Dave pointed out there, yeah, the fused blossoming spellblade when your opponent doesn't have any no rune, and you got sting of sorcery can get wild. It can get wild. As you're not wrong there, Dave. I don't know if Dave's still here. It's been a minute since I responded to that one, and there's nothing on the screen, but
I'll tell you why. Because I don't.
it's a pretty. If you can get it, it's tough to get, but if you can get it and you can set it up, I will say there if you can hear this, and I guess I'll talk to you on the Discord about it as well. But for everybody, you did miss one banish, which could have refreshed your action point after your second blossoming spellblade, and they could have allowed you to come in with the thorn to win on that turn, as well. And you could also pump your stuff up by an additional one. Let's say you go back and you get an amulet there. After your first blossoming spellblade hits, because you forgot that banish, you go get the amulet, and you can either refresh your stuff to get your action point back, or you use it to pump up your. So like you could have blossoming spellblade, amulet of earth at instant speed with the go again, refresh your action point, so effectively give that blossoming, the second blossoming go again. Instant speed your amulet of earth to pump it up. It goes up to 7. It draws you a card off the force of nature, and then you still have, I think, another card in hand to pay for any other attacks, or you just go into the thorn and arsenal that card. So could have got even a little bit juicier, to be fair. For those wondering, we're waiting on 2 games there. We got 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go on that one. So we'll get there pretty quick. So it's gonna be a pretty fun afternoon, though, that's for sure, or evening for some of you guys, some of you fellas. I do know that. So, but like I said, don't go anywhere. Coming at you quick, at least within the next few minutes. And we're working on, for those wondering, we are working on getting some stuff, some highlight games. I think what were we thinking of, like some highlight games in the break periods here that you got that old games can get watched up on stream. So we're gonna try to get a little collection of stuff going on. I think that one's really on me, so there's no one to blame but me for that, to be fair. But anyways, we'll cut this part out so that's not eternalized, but
we can leave it eternal.
We leave it eternal, leave it in. Ooh.
You got to
find it.
Actually,
you're gonna have to find the name of the time. So you're gonna have to find the timestamp though. And
actually, I'll edit everything except for
this. Ooh, that's rough. But it is on me. We don't have highlight games going on right now, so it is what it is. It is a bit, but once again, we appreciate everybody for watching. So thanks, guys, for coming in. I hope you're having a great time. I'm gonna go see how the rest of these games are wrapping up, and that way we can get round 2 coming at you. So should be a spicy day. And take a look at that December Armory kit. It did drop, I think, on Friday. So it's festive. Not exactly how I would have festive it did out. I don't know. That was close enough.
Yeah,
close enough there. But some people like it. So that mask could be fire. Anyways, all right, guys. I'll catch you in a bit. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Uncharted Realms' Sunday event. It's Sunday, so you know what that means. Out of the Box Gaming's Armory Classic Constructed. I'm Brent, alongside streamer to be named in the awesome production studio. Excited because it's round two. Round two. We got Dave yet again. It looks like Dave's gonna be our champion this week, because we followed him a lot on Friday as well. Just happened to play really well and be on the live stream for a lot of it. So no Max this time. So Dave looks to be our running champ, but Kevin is gonna have some words with that. He's gonna try to go ahead and shut that down. So we'll probably see a little bit different on the Briar strategies. Both of them are on Briar, both of them with the same equipment. No surprise there. And so both of them are going to just try to race down. It's a damage race. Dave got on the back of Blossoming Spellblade there in game number one. It was pretty spicy. It was one spicy turn. Dave was able to finish the game at 20 life. That was 20 life above his opponent at 0. So it was a little money. But before we dive too deep into it, a little bit about Out of the Box Gaming. Out of the Box Gaming is a store local to Thomasville, North Carolina. They specialize in in-store play and a marketplace for trading card singles. So if one of these decks strike your fancy, or you're missing a card and you want it in that foil variety, or you just need it regular, check out of the Box Gaming in person or outoftheboxgaming.com. Just came from an awesome skirmish event from them yesterday. Made top 8 and had a great time. Dave started off with the E-Strike. He put a card under. Also has his tried and true amulet there, and then gets to follow up the E-Strike for 5 go again with the Rosetta Thorn for 2 and 2, thanks to the amulet and the E-Strike being his non-attack and attack action for that turn. Kevin does not have any arcane barrier, so we'll have to take all of the arcane, and did take 1 off the E-Strike, so he's at 37. Not to be fair, that allowed him to block with the Skull Cap and not take any physical off the Thorn. Dave did get 1 Amulet of Earth there, or Embodiment of Earth, but you might have forgotten it. That's okay. It happens. It happens. I've been there. I've been there a lot. It used to be me with my tunic counters, you know. I would always forget them. Now it's more or less. The game doesn't go long enough for me. I'm dying too quick. Nah, I just Kevin with the awesome Gorganian Tome. That's going to allow him to draw a card. Now, this is a little bit spicy in this matchup, to be fair, because if Dave is also rocking the Tome, which I don't think he is in this list, the person who tomes first loses. Well, not loses, but the opponent gets extra value because it's number of tomes in the graveyard plus 1. So Kevin's sees 0 other tomes in the graveyard and plus itself by 1. But if Dave would have it, let's say, you know, they had the exact mirror, he will get a second card. So Kevin, Force of Nature there. It does break the chain. That Ball Lightning is gone, but an embodiment of lightning there, but no fusion here. Kevin then comes in with the Rosetta Thorn. So he does keep his embodiment. Yeah, he keeps his embodiment alive. He had to make sure, was watching to make sure he didn't destroy it. That's what that Force of Nature was there for. No fusion on that and no effects there. But one of that embodiment of lightning for future turns. So Dave will block 2. Technically should have been 3. And no arcane. Dave will take the 3 arcane, excuse me. 1 from the Rune Chant, 2 from the Rosetta Thorn. And Kevin will not make any embodiments. Dave could have had another one, but it didn't matter. The embodiments did not end up mattering, which is the usual case for Briars. Oh, who do you guys have in this match? Do you have the mixture Earth and Lightning, like more grounded Briar, or do you have the more in the skies Briar? We'll put it that way. Lightning, all gas. All just pressure. Dave over here with more of the buildup. Dave had the Overload. It's Dominate. And if it hits against Go again, Kevin does not like to block this game. He's likely to just go straight ham on the damage. So we'll see if Dave techs let's see if this tech version is right. It might be. I'm interested to see what you guys think on that one as well. That Lightning Briar has been making waves through all of the international events lately. Or just all of the events, not just international. Excuse me. I say international because it's international for everybody. But the UK had the kind of the first big look at the Lightning Briar. We do know that it was out there in the Pro Quest for a little bit. Kevin, on his turn after Dave passed, gets started off with a blank Sonata, and that's going to be 1 arcane damage. And Kevin gets to pick Arcanic Shockwave or Entwine Lightning to the hand, and it's likely going to be no. It's going to be the Shockwave. You know what that tells me? That tells me that Kevin does not have a Lightning card in hand to fuse with. That's kind of what that tells me. Although he might not have cared. He actually might because he already has the embodiment of lightning. So hold on. So we'll see here. Maybe Kevin is attacking for an extra point of damage. Ooh, Plunder 1 red from Arsenal. That's +3. Kevin does make a second embodiment here, which I actually think is the wrong way to do this. Oh, into a channel mount. Hold on. Woo! Earthlore Surge is the pitch for that. So that channel mount is going to stick around. This next attack's going to be pumped up by 6. On hit, draw a card. Now, there's 2 embodiments there, so I understand why. It doesn't really matter now. All right, so I had to clarify there for Kevin. Yeah, both of the embodiments of lightning are going to pop, so he maybe could have gotten an additional go again on that one, but I don't think he's that concerned about it. I was right. No lightning fusion in the hand. So Kevin coming in. I mean, it still would have been 0 for 4 on both of them, to be fair. But leaving that Entwined Lightning still in the deck is pretty money. Dave here will throw out a whole bunch of non-attack actions to make the 10 there. And then Kevin goes in with the Ravenous Rabble. If this hits, draw a card. It does have go again, thanks to just being awesome. Top card is a red Plunder Run. So it'll be 4 + 3 from the channel. So 7 total. Dave is definitely not going to be able to... Well, he could block this with equipment. He's got 2 on the grasp, 2 on the chest piece, 1 on the helmet, and then a card from hand if he would want to, but that would be his final card from hand. With Kevin with no cards in hand, it's actually probably a reasonable idea to just allow this channel to tempo out. It's exactly what he's going to do. He blocks enough. Blocks Scar for Scar and his equipment. Block it up for 7. That will end Kevin's turn there. Channel does stick around. Dave will likely just block up the next turn as well, unless he sees a really nice meaty hand. And would not blame him. Dave draws up. No surprise. Not functioning anything out of Arsenal. No reason to. Just got to fade the channel turns. That's pretty much it. Just fade the channel. Can't blame him there. It's hard to do so, though. I will say that. It is hard to do. Dave is going to have a very tough time here navigating through this. But if Kevin drew off, it didn't draw a super crazy turn, it's possible that Dave can survive through this one without getting super knocked down. We're going to find out. Kevin's deciding through his turn. What do you guys think? Who gets it? The traditional Lightning Briar or Dave's Earth Lightning Briar? Ravenous Rabble to start. Command and Conquer's on top. That one's 7 go again. No on-hit effect, so Dave might choose to take this. Yeah, no blocks there. So we'll at least take 7 there. That generates an embodiment. And we'll see if Briar ever gets updated or routed. Honestly, probably should. Probably should get errated to Runeblade specific cards. Or Elemental should be like Runeblade or Elemental cards. Just like all the other 2 heroes have. Both Lexi and Hold'em require an Elemental card to go in there. And I could see Briar Not, it doesn't have to be like a Earth or Lightning card, but just a Runeblade card or Elemental, Runeblade / Elemental, to generate your embodiments would make it way more fair. But E-Strike coming in. This one's coming in for 5. Go again. And he's going to take 8. Does Dave. No on-hit effects, so Dave says okay. Oh, excuse me. It did not have go again. It was 5 draw a card. Kevin attack reacting. Give it go again. So Dave at 21. Kevin still at 34. And then there's that Command and Conquer. I'm sorry, yeah, he did draw the Command and Conquer. Kevin showing Dave that plunder run that he put under, because Dave was like, I didn't see it go anywhere. He forgot about the E-Strike. He forgot about the E-Strike that puts it under. Kevin being nice, showing him up. That's fine. It checks out for me. CNC for 9, though. Look at that channel. It's mighty good. And now we're going to see Dave start to action off here. I think if he really likes that card, that might be the Blossoming Spellblade. It might. You never know. He's got 1 block left on his grasp. He's got 1 block left on his skull cap, and 1 block left on his chest piece, I believe. So that shows me 4 out of the hand right there. Oh, takes 5 and loses the arsenal. It's a sting. Okay, sting. Not the worst. So Dave there wouldn't only function with 2 cards out of the hand. I maybe would have been okay throwing an extra card out there to block if it even blocks or something. He could be looking at an Amulet, Ball Lightning, and he might not have any more block in the hand. That could have been all of it. Oh, that would have been a really ripped turn. Could have potentially just straight up. Yeah, well, at least Amulet was one of them. I see a Pulse. Yeah, he just didn't have any block. Oh no, that's so rough. But it happens. That's the downside to Briar. Right, if you can pressure him. If you can pressure him, you can get him. So Dave looking at what he wants to get here off the Pulse. There you go. He can put up to 2 target Earth and or Lightning and or Elemental cards from the graveyard to the top of his deck. So he'll draw these up. So he's stacking his next turn. Ooh, goes with Force of Nature Bramble, expecting to draw an Earth card to fuse this. I like the idea. He did not take the could not take the sting, unfortunately. So that, I think, were some pretty good options there from Dave. I do. Maybe could have been also okay with taking some maybe some of the attacks, like that Lightning Surge there, but because he already has the embodiment of Lightning, he doesn't want to make another one. But he also might. So Kevin on his turn, Entwine Lightning. It's fused, so 4 go again. Dave is potentially in lethal range. We got to keep that in mind. But Dave is going to need some time to come into this. To come into this game, he needs to find some tempo back, so he's going to have to use his health. He's going to have to use his health very much as a resource here. Soak up some of this damage. He's blocked everything he could on the last turn. On this turn, though, he may have to block and not want to. Kevin might just have enough tempo here to finish off the game. Scar for Scar, though, this one does not have go again. Dave will take 1 off the Rune Chant. It doesn't have go again, but Kevin might have... It's possible that there's a Razors here. I wouldn't put it out there, but it's probably all that Dave's going to see. At least that's what Dave needs to only see if he wants to kind of survive through here. Dave's going to chump in with some equipment here. I would not be surprised about that. Take a couple health points away here from this attack. Dave just blocks 2. Falls to 9. Kevin makes a second emblem, and then we'll arsenal a card and pass the turn. So Dave, I think, sneaks out of that turn. All things considered, he did still take 7 damage, but he does have a chance to function 4 cards from the hand. 2 of them he stacks there. So maybe will be meaty. We know it's not a Blossoming Spellblade because he's got the Force of Nature and the Bramble Spark, so it's impossible for Dave to Blossoming Spellblade here. At least fuse, that is. He might just attack it as a straight 2 for 6. So we got a Weave Earth. So there's our Earth Fusion. I mean, I do see the Blossoming Spellblade peeking in. It's just not going to be fused, unfortunately. And then Dave will, that generates another embodiment there, technically. It doesn't matter because they both get popped up. Blossoming Spellblade coming in now. This coming in for 6 plus 3 from the Bramble Spark, plus 1 from the Force, and 1 Arcane there. Dave will make an embodiment. Kevin falls to 33, and then we're staring down 10 damage. And Dave will draw a card on hit. It has 1 floating. It does have Go again, so it can come in with the Thorn for another 4. But Kevin actually can just honestly take all of this and continue on with the game, all things considered. Which he looks like he wants to throw something out there, but in all reality, Kevin, you really don't need to. Might have an extra card available, but in all reality, I would just probably take it. Yep, that's what Kevin does. Takes the 10. Falls to, pops the 2 amulets though. Pumps it up to 12. That means Kevin falls to 21. Dave will draw a card. Now, Dave can use his Skeletta here, his Blood Sheath to generate some resources. Has 1 floating, come in with a Thorn. He needs to find he honestly needs another attack action card to draw more cards and string that chain along, but did not find it there off the top, so comes in with the Thorn. Or at least if he did find it, he did not want to cast it. So come in with the Thorn for 2 and 2. So 2 Arcane, Kevin falls to 19, and then 2 Physical coming in after that. That means Dave card will definitely get Arsenal there, and we will move back into Kevin, who will likely be able to find 9 points with 4 cards, 1 in Arsenal. Now, Kevin does have his bracers there he can throw out. And his chest piece to block with if he wants. Just takes it. Dave then arsenals the card. Maybe. He don't have the action point. Leaves it in hand. Ooh. You know what that tells me? It tells me it's probably an Earth or Lightning card that he wants to fuse with. Or it's potentially a non-attack action that can block. I got 2 options here. A fuse, or more likely a non-attack action that can block. So Blue Ball Lightning, that's only coming in for 1. So Dave throws the chess piece in front of it. Kevin follows up with the Red Ball Lightning. This one's for 3. Dave should be able to block it, but Dave might just be tempoed out of the game here. This is 3 plus 1, potentially up to 4. Sting of Sorcery blocks for 4. Oh man, would have loved to have seen that one still in Dave's hand, though, to start next turn. I don't think Kevin's going to let up on the pressure, though. I don't think so. Kevin makes a Rune Chant, pitching 3 resources to do so. Then comes in with the Snatch for 4 with 1 Rune Chant. Now, this doesn't have Go again. Dave will take the 1, fall to 8. There's 1 card in Kevin's hand, 1 resource floating. I don't believe that we're going to see anything more on top of this. It's potential for a Razor's here, but I really don't think this version of Briar really even cares about that. I haven't seen anybody tech that in really yet or use it too crazily. There's no reason to. Briar's own ability is just too strong. Too strong. It's possible to press, but I doubt it. No blocks there for Dave. Takes 4. Snatch will draw a card, and Kevin will have a choice of what he wants to arsenal here. Didn't really catch if it was the card he drew or the card he had in hand, but Dave survives another turn, gets to go with 3 cards. So this game's not over yet. Red Bramble means his next attack's gonna be pumped by 3. He did throw a Weave Earth. I think there's a Ball Lightning in hands. Oh, excuse me. Earth Lore Surge makes a rune chant. And then I believe that's a ball lightning then after that. Yep. I say believe. I saw it. I saw it peek through. So 2 arcane off the ball lightning, 1 arcane off the rune chant. So 3 arcane total. But that's not missable. So that's actually going to be 3. There we go. They got it. So 1 embodiment for the Bramblespark Arcane with the ball lightning, and then it's coming in for 5. So not a bad attack. Not a bad attack. It's above the 1 embodiment there. Dave will also come in with the Thorn for 2 and 2. So at least guaranteed 2 more damage here. I would send Kevin down to 12. So look at least 12 to 4 at the end of this turn. But still dire straits for Dave, who was our kind of our watch through last week. Or not last week, technically last week, if you consider Sunday being the start of the week. You had to go some old school calendars for that. Actually, I mean, most calendars nowadays still indicate Sunday as the start. But for Friday's event, Kevin blocks 4 with the equipment. He will take 2. So Kevin's going to fall at least to 10 now. Dave comes in with the Thorn for 2 and 2. I love that. 2 and 2. 2 coming across. Kevin takes it all. Goes to 8. Oh man, we're getting close here. Kevin, 3 cards in hand, 1 in arsenal. He's had this look for a couple turns now and has only found over 2 turns. He found 12 damage. So it's possible Dave survives here. Remember, I count from the 16, so Dave went from 16 down to 9, 9 down to 4. But Dave is 100% out of equipment right now. And Kevin has an awesome start. It's the ball lightning. Lightning starts out of arsenal. Just all the zeros for go agains. Uh-oh. Kevin's doing his best ninja impression here. Dave will block 4. It's going to be E-strike for go again. 5 go again. And this turn will likely kill Dave. Dave blocks 4, takes 1, falls to 3. And then there's at least 4 more damage coming at Dave. It's going to be a snatch. On hit, draw a card. Dave is going to have to block it. Doesn't have a choice. So it doesn't necessarily die here. But blocks for 3. Takes 1. Falls to 2. Second embodiment. That's not going to matter. And Kevin will draw a card and arsenal it. So over Dave, he's just going to draw up. And Kevin will come back in and look for the kill. Theoretically, Dave could pay for some arcane off that skull cap if he wanted to. It's not going to be the best rate in the world, but I think the writing is clearly on the wall here, and that's just the way it gets sometimes. Dave made a great effort back into this game, but Kevin had the pressure and he kept it up. A little bit of some weaker hands there on the previous few turns, but that last turn into this and then this one are going to be pretty spicy. So it did give Dave a chance to sort of breathe, but not anymore. This is likely going to end the game. So 1 arcane here, and then all Kevin has to do is come in with the Rosetta Thorn, and that's going to be game. Yellow ball lightning for 2. Dave takes the 1 arcane. Well, I shouldn't say that. Again, he could pay for the skull cap. So there's a chance Kevin just pushes the thorn and Dave survives through the return with 2 cards, leaving 1 card in hand. But we're going to find out. Ooh, also, no, what's not awesome is that my opponent this week in fantasy football has their wide receiver and their running back just popping off. Both are at 20 points a pop already. They're just starting the 4th quarter. Oh, actually, hold on. Kevin did just push the thorn. I think you forgot it. Dave survived through the turn. Oh no! Not like this, but Dave not able to threaten 8 damage. So Kevin will get another try at it. Another kick at the cat, so to say, or so to speak. And we'll go from there. Yeah, but luckily for me, my running back also popping off at 20 points. And my other one, he's only at 15, but it's looking pretty decent. Those that partake in the fantasy footballs, probably not many, but hey, it's out there. We talked about the F1 race too today. Kevin blocks with the equipment. Got to get some use in there. Blocks it up for 4. Dave will just pass the turn and draw up. Kevin will likely just make a rune chant and push in if he's got the resources to do for it. Remember, the downside to Briar, to Kevin's Lightning Briar version, is that they don't have a lot of blue cards in the deck. It's mainly reds. But he had the blue. He has the Autumn Touch as I talk about it. Makes the rune chant. Dave will have to pay 3 resources, at least 1 card to block the rune chant. And Twine Lightning out of Arsenal. No fusion. Oh no. Did Kevin just draw 2 back-to-back non-hands? Dave pitches the Force to block the Arcane. And then needs to throw a card or 2 cards out to block this. We got ourselves like a blitz matchup right now, practically. Who thought? Dave staying alive at 1 life. Kevin will Arsenal a card and pass the turn. Means Dave once again goes with 1 card to function off. Arcanic Shockwave 0 for 4. He's trying to threaten. You get enough of those, all of a sudden they start stacking up. Kevin's got no block on equipment left. Could just take the 4, which he does. Wow, I did not see this happening though, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what, this is coming down to the wire. Turns out I thought Kevin had just the right hands, the combination hands, but Dave, yet again, just expertly keeping himself alive. Doing great, Kevin here. That rune chant there signifies a whole card from Dave. The attack, any attack above 3 signifies 2 cards. Oh no, though. This one. So Dave's looking at having to use 2 cards right now. We know there's an Entwine Lightning there in Arsenal. So all Kevin needs is 1 other attack with that Entwine Lightning and he takes the game. Oh no. Dave threw the Channel Mount Heroic in there as well. That's all he had. Did not have enough to block it. Didn't have the blue. And Kevin takes the game. Oh man, I thought we might see the comeback. I was getting ready for it. I'm not gonna lie, I was getting ready for it. But Kevin says, nah, you thought, but not today, boys. Not today. So Dave gave it a great effort. But Lightning Briar with a channel in there. Kevin does have the channel and no Spellbound Creepers. I don't know if he's we'll have to ask him later if it's a tech choice or a just an availability thing for him there on the Spellbound Creepers versus the Snapdragon Scalers, but we'll have to find out. But that closes out here for round number 2, guys. If you're enjoying it, hit that like button. I know a lot of you guys already have. We appreciate it. I know that tells me that you guys are enjoying the games there and enjoying the coverage. And we love to make sure that you guys are just having a great time. So we appreciate it. Yeah, I agree. That was a great game there. So don't go anywhere, guys. The round, well, it's going to be a few minutes before the round ends. I hate to say it, but throw it out. If you got any questions or we got anything to chat, I'll be here. I'll be watching. You might hear the voice come across, so feel free to throw anything out there that you want. But that wraps it up here for round number 2, and we'll come back with round number 3 of Out of the Box Gaming's Armory Classic Constructed in a little while, in a little bit. Not too long, but not necessarily soon. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back at some point. And for my football fans, go Bengals, baby. Hoo day. Hoo day. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Uncharted Realms' Sunday event. It's Sunday, so you know it's classic constructed armory event from Out of the Box Gaming. I'm Brent, alongside streamer to be named. Excited to bring you... Hold on a second. Ooh. 1 second here. I just got indicated something. Sorry about that. Intro got cut off a little bit, but maybe we have to look that up.
Yeah.
Something came in that was real spicy. But sorry about that. Yeah, welcome back to round number 3 of Out of the Box Gaming's Armory Classic Constructed. A little bit about Out of the Box Gaming, a store local to Thomasville, North Carolina. They specialize in in-store play and, more critically for most everybody, a awesome marketplace for trading card singles. So you can buy up singles at a great price and some quality shipping and cards. That's outoftheboxgaming.com. Sort of like TCG Player, but a little bit more awesome, to be fair. So we watch both of our players finish up their sideboard and get ready to go. Draw up their 4 cards. We saw Kevin there. He was showcasing his skirmish stuff. He had a lot of cold foil Lexis out on the table. It was pretty nice. All right, sorry about that. Fixing up a little bit of admin stuff. I know you love to hear it. Yeah, but we're gonna have Jamal as our start. He captain's called into, it was a blue captain's call into a ball lightning, and Kevin, he will block for 5 and not take any damage there. Jamal gonna try to sneak in some arcane damage here. Kevin will have to take it. Falls to 38. And Jamal will take the first blood early lead in this match. So we will we'll see Kevin block up the physical there and pass the turn. And Jamal starts with a 2 life advantage with 1 card in arsenal. Not too bad. No, maybe not. Maybe. Sorry about that, guys. We were finishing up some, checking in on a couple admin things there that came in after the while. So for some spicy stuff, we'll have to keep checking up because it might be something spicy to announce here. If we can. So, Kevin coming in, Scar first, Scar, he's less life. Thanks for taking that 2 arcane. So that hit go again. Then Ravenous Ravel for 4 go again. So 2-0 for 4 is go again. It's nasty. It's disgusting. It's another Ravenous Ravel for another 4 go again. Oh my God, my Lanta. Jamal, no blocks on any of it. Falls to 28. That means Jamal's got a very spicy hand back on the top of that. That'll do it for Kevin, though. He arsenals and passes. No more attacks there. We'll draw up that Arcanic Shockwave that we saw earlier. Who do you guys have in this matchup? Which Briar? Do you have the turn player or do you have the tempo player? That's pretty much what this comes down to. Jamal found 2 damage and an arsenal. But Kevin, on his turn 1, he found 12 damage and an arsenal. So who really plussed out there? We're going to have to... we're going to have to find out. Hey, Adis, are you still with me, my man? I have some really awesome news for you if you are. I had to double check. I had to verify it. But I have some absolutely awesome news. If you're here, let me know if you're here. If not, we're going to try to reach out to you on YouTube again. But I got something for you. Let me know if chat if you're here. I think I said that correctly. Adis Goldson. I know I can at least say the second part, right? If you're here, I got something really spicy for you. Jamal, he's got something spicy. We missed it. There's an electrify on that chain link, or on that not chain link, but on those actions that goes there. I believe it was only a blue one, maybe. But they followed up with an Entwined Lightning that was fused. That creates 2 embodiments there from Jamal, thanks to the extra Electrify. Zippity Zap. Kevin falls to 31. And gets a good start on the damage. There's 2 embodiments created from all of that. And Jamal will try to continue to finish it out. Arcanic Shockwave, fused again. This one's with the Ball Lightning. That's gonna mean that Jamal is gonna pop his Snapdragon Scalers here. I would almost guarantee it. Which actually, I'm a little sad for him that he couldn't get a Ball Lightning in on this chain to increase his damage, but it is what it is. Is it a deuce? It might be Adius, a deuce. However you pronounce it, man. If you're there, let me know. Yeah, sounds good there, Dave. 1 second. We will jump right there. All right, we're back. Look at that, super professional round on here. Had to answer as you saw there. Dave's there was a nice Ball Lightning. Gotta love Ball Lightning questions. Replacement effects can get a little tricky in the game, but we got it figured out. Oh man, can we message? No, we can't. A juice. If you're here, if anybody sees him or knows him, please let him know we're trying to get a hold of him. Oh, we don't want to put him in timeout.
Oh, wrong thing.
Did you put him in timeout? Oh no! Oh god, we timed him out. No, can you undo it? Oh no! Here, put. Okay, I missed that whole round. We accidentally timed him out. So that finishes Jamal's turn. 22-28. I'm sorry about that, fellas. Kevin started out with a tome. I tell you, tell him we also accidentally timed him out as well. We were trying to get a hold of him. There's some spice going on that he's got, so we need to get a hold of him. If you know him, let us know. So Kevin combines with a E-Strike after that. 7, go again, on hit, draw a card thanks to the Force of Nature. And the E-Strike being pumped up. Now, we do see our first tome out there, so Jamal's tome is going to be pretty meaty. Oh, man, I can't believe we timed him out. Oh, well, it happens. I guess because he can't message us right now for for like 5 minutes. Yeah, he can't even message us. If you do hear this or come back along, you can't message us for 5 minutes right now. So Well, I mean, we'll still be here, to be fair. Into the game, though, Jamal is looking to block. He's got 4 block there at the moment. Oh, no, excuse me. He had enough block there thanks to the embodiments. He had 7 block total. Excuse me. I missed the 4 block. Or the 4 embodiments. That's going to plus it up. That's pretty important to note. Probably would have got that if we were paying more attention last round. That's fair. Kevin follows his attack up with a ball lightning. This one of the red variety. Actually, excuse me. That was a yellow variety there. Producer man. Yellow variety. So that's 3 damage total going across. That's his first embodiment. And a snatch for 4 on hit, draw a card. Now, no go again on this one. But this will, if it hits, will allow Kevin to get a card from the top of the deck into the arsenal, effectively increasing his intellects for the next turn. Jamal here might allow this to go through. Now, to be fair, though, he could use 1 card to block it if it's a non-attack action card. But, it kind of tells me that Jamal likes his hand. No blocks, no reactions. Oh, it does have a sigil here. That's a red one. That's going to block it up. So Kevin takes 1 arcane there, and Jamal blocks it out. Not too shabby. We don't normally see the sigils in the recent Briar list, so I love it. I love it. Big fan of that. I get your free damage in, Tunic ticking up. All those Jamal's 4 embodiments goes away. That was pretty spicy there. Meaty embodiments. Hopefully, I don't know if that tags them on YouTube as well when we add them, but maybe it does. Hopefully. Captain's Call into Arcanic Shockwave. It was a Captain's Call blue though, and it's gonna be a go again on that one. That's what allows the. Actually, said 4 go again. It's a Captain's Call's blue variety. Could you pull that back up? Yeah, the Captain's Call blue does get the 0 cost. Yep, exactly. Had to double check on that one. The Arcanic Shockwave coming in 4 go again. Sometimes you gotta check it. You gotta check it. 4 go again, and then Jamal will be able to potentially either make an embodiment of lightning, come in. Well, he doesn't have any other cards in hand, so he may have a 0 cost attack in the arsenal to come in. Kevin throws a channel out there in front of the embodiment. Block for 4. It's getting a little spicy outside there, fellas, with the local church in the area pumping. They're pumping up the jams. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Jamal pulls the counter off the Tunic to come in with 2 and 2 on the Rosetta Thorn. If any of that music's coming over there, fellas, let me know. I don't think it is, but if it is coming across on the stream, hit me up and I will we'll mess with some sliders over here. Slide our way towards Jesus, Anyways, how are you guys still doing? Hopefully everybody's still having good. This is our 3 of 4 rounds. After this one will be the prize giveaway. Somebody's gonna walk away with that awesome mat, and so the other person is gonna walk away with the cold foil, and then 2 others get the rainbow foil briar. So it's I love this time of the month when it comes to the prizes, to be fair. So Kevin, Scar for Scar did have go again. Jamal took the 4. Snatch, this one's coming in for 4. No go again at the moment, but there is Snapdragon Scalers available for Kevin, should he choose to use them. Both of our Runeblade players here have yet to block with their grasps or their chess pieces. Now, to be fair, Jamal does not want to block with his chess piece because of the Tunic, but Kevin does have the opportunity to get some nice free blocks in there. For some solid 3 block total. It's pretty nice, pretty juicy. It's actually the biggest reason why I took Nourishing Emptiness out of my wizard lists. The 1-ups. It was just too easy for opponents. Well, in the classic constructed list, it was too easy for opponents to make the block happen because a lot of them would only rock one arcane, if any arcane at all. And so they would have enough defense and equipment to block up Nourishing Emptiness even with the Dominate. So it was just a dead card off the top. So we got punted. A Deuce, if you can hear me, I think you should be back in from the timeout, maybe. On accident. It was an accidental timeout, our bad. If you do hear this, if you are available, please either send us a message or let us know in chat. We got some good stuff for you. I don't think you're going to be very upset with the news we have for you. Snapdragon Scalers from Kevin. He is a little bit upset about what he drew. He did not. Oh, I get it. He did not have enough resources in there to go in with the Command and Conquer, which is what he wanted to do. Drew a red card up. So he had to pitch that to come in with the Thorn. So took a risk, took a chance. I like the gamble. I like the chance, but sometimes you just don't get there. And that could make or break the match here. So no arcane damage there from the Thorn, because there was no non-attack action, which is why this is 17 to 17 still. Or 17 to 17. Both of our players even life total. Kevin did get the card into Arsenal, but boy, they are pumping. They're pumping for the Lord. But you know what? More power to him. You can hear him down the way. More. It's awesome, you know? Yeah, gotta love everybody's hobbies. So Jamal here on his turn. Plunder run out of hand. Just looking for the draw. Oh, I think they got a whole band in there, actually. Hold on. They going crazy. I love it. Jamal considering. Still considering. He's thinking about it. Going deep in the tank. Chooses to E-Strike out of Arsenal. Let me guess. Go again. Maybe. Jamal's got a pretty good tempo turn here. Kevin only came in for, what was it, 8 damage on the previous turn, I believe. So this is Jamal's time to shine here. Well, no, +2 on the Thorn, to be fair. So it could have been a lot meatier there for Kevin. E-Strike for 7. Uh-oh. Jamal kind of had a non-hand as well, though, is what it looks like. Kevin might just take this. Does Jamal maybe play the Razor's Reflex? What do you guys think? Kevin thinks it might be a Razor's Reflex. What does Producer Man think? He's not sold on the Reflex. Not sold on the Reflex. He'd be wrong. He'd be wrong, and there's the Reflex. That's going to be go again. Pitching a Lightning Presso. Had multiple options, actually, but wants to go again. So +3, go again. And that's a blue Lightning Press. Jamal will, oh, is it a blue? Yeah, it looks that way to me. We'll draw a card. And it can come in with the Thorn here. Gavin asked about the tuna counters. Found out it's only still at 1 because it just went up to this turn. Was used in the previous turn. And says, oh, no, that's fine. That's kind of scary when you're at 7 life. It's... If I was Jamal, I'd be like, hold on a minute. What might be going on? Maybe I'm wrong in that pitch color there. I guess I was. Jamal did pitch, come in with the Arcane for 2 and 2. I was not able to make a Rune Chant there, which would have been nice. Kevin blocks the physical, takes the 2, falls to 5. And we got 17 to 5. Jamal, 12 life above. Anybody want to put their vote in here at the end? Jamal or Kevin? Jamal was our turn 1 player. Kevin was our tempo player. But in this matchup, it really is almost more of just a straight damage race. And Jamal started 2 life to the positive. In that sense, got 2 arcane damage in. Ooh, Kevin found his second Command and Conquer as well. Gets a Plunder Run, Force of Nature in a Command and Conquer. CNC for 9. Go again. If it hits, draws 2 cards. Gross. Gross. Wow. No wonder he's not worried about that. Oh my Lanta. Yeah, that's a pretty good run. when you're at a when you got that life deficit. So I definitely can get behind that line of action. A deuce or Adius, whatever. Gold Sun, let us know. Are you here? Can you hear me? If anybody knows him, have him send us a message or type in chat. I'll keep throwing that out there. Nope, unfortunately not. I'll keep throwing that out there, but got something for him, so don't know his. Maybe it's Jamal is still figuring out his blocks here. He does have Embodiment of Verse to block with it, and his Tunic gets chunked away there. His Skull Cap doesn't block for any, but Jamal does make the 9, and Kevin gets the Lightning Surge for 4 and draw a card. This does not have Go Again, so no block, no reactions. Kevin draws a card. Jamal falls to 13, and that will get arsenaled. Kevin doesn't like it. Went oof. I think he may be looking at the win there. I believe that came out of the hand, right? Did that come out of? Yeah. Oh, the only card he can't put in arsenal. What does that make that? He's not playing with eyes, is he? He's not playing with any Fableds. Kevin, what do you have? He's letting us know that this is the only card he can't put into arsenal. And I'm trying to think. What do you guys think it is? What is the only card that this Runeblade cannot put into arsenal? Interesting. I'm not really sure. Jamal just does a Coast Commotion, and Kevin blocks it up. That will pass it there for Jamal. Into Kevin's turn. 4 cards in hand, plus that one that he couldn't arsenal. I'm looking forward to seeing which one this is. Is it an eye? Does Kevin spicing this eye in his list? I don't think so. Because eye doesn't combo very well. Jamal wants to know it. Oh, it's a tome. There it is. I just honestly, fellas, tome is a pretty bad card in my opinion, so I don't ever consider it. This Tome of Harvest can't. If it goes into your arsenal, you physically can't cast it. So it makes sense to me. But it still pitches for 3. Allows Kevin to make a rune chant and to come in with the ball lightning. Let's go red ball lightning. So Jamal takes the rune chant, falls to 12. Then red ball lightning coming in there, 3 + 1, potentially 4. Yeah, it's a little bit rip on that. I'm surprised the tome gets even played, to be fair. I'm not a big fan of the card. You don't really plus up in any sort of value. If you have a blue pitch, you can take 2 cards out of your hand, one being the tome, one being the blue pitch card, and one being the card in your arsenal that you had to go to the bottom. And then you draw 3. So effectively, all you're doing is cycling stuff out and giving you one step closer to your embodiment of lightning. So I'm not a big fan of the card, to be fair. Kevin here, snatching after the ball lightning. This one's for 4. If it hits, draw a card. Does not have go again. Jamal goes no blocks. Kevin's no reactions on either player. So that sends Jamal down to 4. Makes another embodiment. Kevin will draw a card and get to arsenal a card this time. Unless he's looking at two tomes in hand, and that would be even. I would just feel for the man. I'd be like, your deck just does not want you to win today. Kevin asks if Jamal has Scar for Scar in hand, and hopes he doesn't. I agree with that one. This is a nail biter, fellas. We're getting down to the wire, but for both players. So Jamal has his tome finally. He gets to draw 2 because Kevin's is in the graveyard. So tome does say draw X cards where X is 1 plus the number of tomes in all graveyards. It may come down to Rune Blades just don't take that card anymore to avoid it. Because that is actually just going to be absolute money here if Jamal can hit on the Sonata. It needs to... Oh, whiffed. Oh, no. Whiffed on the Sonata. That's okay, though. He drew 2 cards. So it was just, that's the card he drew. It's free. It doesn't matter. Oh, man. Oh, man. But Kevin, very happy with that. Not gonna lie, very, very happy with that because that would put Kevin down to 4 even. Now, to be fair, Jamal would not be able to scar for a scar after that. At least not with Go Again. So there could be some contention there. Jamal is going to Sting. Oh, hello. That makes nothing. Just next attack action cards do 1 damage. So Snatch 4. Go Again. If it hits, draw a card. 1 Arcane puts Kevin to 4. Snatch does have Go Again. It is a lethal attack. Lethal attack alert. I still need that damn horn. Kevin blocks for 4 thanks to 2 Embodiments of Earth. Throws his own Sonata out there in front of it. A lot of joyfulness nearby. Doesn't sound like it's coming across too much, but again, if it is, if you guys are getting any carryover on the stream, let us know. Again, we'll fix up some sliders. So Jamal, making a rune chant, and then can come in with the thorn if he wants here. And that's what he'll do. With the 1 floating, comes in with the Thorn. That means it's going to be 1 arcane damage off of the rune chant and 2 arcane off the Thorn itself. Kevin has to take has to take at least the first one. And then he could pitch 3 here to block 2 of it with the Skullcap. Now that's active. That would be the tech play, I think, in my opinion. Kevin can block 2, spin 2 cards of this to... a blue into the Skullcap, a card into the block. Keep alive, but no. Kevin here actually wants to take the Arcane, fall to 1. Remember, Jamal plays Sigils of Suffering. We've only seen 1 of them. So Jamal passes. Kevin at 1, gonna try to make this. Ravenous Rabble is a great start, but he reveals the Weave Earth, so it's a 1. Or 2 Go Again, excuse me. 5 minus 3 makes 2. Again, math is not the strong suit over here. Math is not the strong suit. Kevin's saying this is the worst game he's ever had. He's just got all these non-combining hands, just the non-bow. The non-bow out of the hands. Jamal gets a block with 1 card for here. That's critical. Even with a Razor's Reflex or Lightning Press, it's not really going to do much. Or, well, it will do much. It's just not going to kill. Now, Kevin considering. That leaves him with... 1 card in hand, 1 card in arsenal. not happy with it is Kevin. And I can't blame him. I cannot blame him there. Again, once again, Adus Goldson, if I'm pronouncing your first bit correctly, you have to let me know. Adus, however you say it. It's probably really obvious, and I'm just like that. Just live under a rock, and you know how the first bit of his name is just probably really obvious, and I'm under a rock. So let's see what Google tells me. Let's see here. The YouTube video that came up did not help. Kevin coming to a Command and Conquer with the Arcane. So one rune chant, that means Jamal falls to 3. He didn't block that one. Can't. He has no barrier available to him. And then I was staring down a Command and Conquer for 6. Remember, this is still potentially like super devastating for Jamal if he's got a really bad blocking hand. Keep that in mind. Could be. Is it adios? Is it really adios? You think so? I mean, it could be. Hey, fair enough. That'll teach me. You know, we never did Google it on the... We never did check out the Twitter for it, did we? Okay, well... Anyways, Jamal was able to block it up, and it was a little bit of a rough block for him. Did require 3 cards. That leaves him 1 card in hand. And Jamal falls to 2. Sorry about that, guys. We're trying to figure out. We're trying to get Gold Sun. We're trying to find out. There's no way that's adios for the name there. I feel like that's... I could be. It could be. Jamal not too happy at having to block like that, but that's the downside sometimes to Briar. Just a ball lightning for 3, and that will likely end the game there. Kevin blocks for 3. Jamal passes away. So a little bit of an anticlimactic finish there. I'm a little sad about that. I need to get a hold of Gold Sun. Gold Sun, if you're here, please drop a message in chat or hit us up on the Discord. It might be Matthew. Actually, he's been in a lot of our events then. We'll have to look it up. Kevin gets there on the Arcane. Jamal can't block it up, even with the tunic, and so that will end it there. There we go. Finally making its way to the screen. A little bit of a distracting round, to be fair, but Kevin not too excited about how that game finished, but he ended up getting there. Both Runeblade players had some really great turns into just meh. It's give or take though. That's sometimes a downside, right? You know, you run in these combination decks, and sometimes you just get the wrong combination of stuff. So, but that wraps it up here. Round number 3, guys. Prize giveaway coming soon, and hopefully a great announcement on the back of that. But we're gonna find that out. It probably is adios. Let's be real. That probably is.
100%.
100%. Oh God.
Are you done?
All right. Yeah, hey, that'll wrap it up for round 3, guys. We'll catch you guys for round number, actually prize giveaway. That's the round number prize giveaway. And then round number 4 after that. Don't go anywhere. It'll come soon. It'll come soon. So, catch you guys in a bit. Yeah, Adrian, Briar is ridiculous. Did you just go and look at the pitch zone the whole time. All right, just go and look at the pitch zone, and just be like, "This is healthy for the game." just, I mean, yeah, just be like, check the pitch zone, not healthy. But you know what? Maybe they change it. Maybe they don't. Maybe the local meta, not the local meta, the world meta figures it out, and understands, like, what am I trying to say here? Just kind of figures out an answer to it. But who knows? You know, who knows? They could change it up to be like Runeblade only cards, Runeblade / Elemental cards to get embodiments, and that would balance Briar right back out. You can't get if you're like, you can't get an embodiment of lightning on the back of a Plunder Run Captain's Call, and then all of a sudden you're just like, hey, wait a minute, Briar's not as busted. But possibly, I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But that's for LSS. That's for the big brains over at LSS to decide. I can't really help them there. I mean, I could. I got some great ideas. I could have made this December Armory kit just fire. For real. But you know what? They don't pay me. Neither does they. Jess. All right. Anyways, guys, we're getting the prize giveaway set up. So get ready. It's coming at you. Yeah, your page was a little bit too girthy there.
Yeah.
Anyways, hello! What's going on? How's it goings? How's it goings?
Nice.
It's awesome. We'll give it a minute or two here to filter over. But question for all you guys: how are you guys enjoying the Briar meta?
Hey, there is a Viscerai versus Viscerai as well.
Oh, there was a
There's a
Viscerai.
little bit of variance.
There's some
in the
variance in the
Runeblade.
Runeblade TCG
Yeah.
card game that came out of New Zealand, which is sweeping the nation.
Yeah.
Runeblade TCG, you know it. Gotta love it. It happens though. It's all fun. It was Chain. I mean, I guess it doesn't help that Chain is also a rune. And that ran the has there been anything there was a Katsu
Versus,
Briar.
Briar.
Yeah, Katsu Briar. Jamal there in the first one.
Yeah. I can see that.
That's true though. Viscerai did get the shaft in Monarch. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, but he got
felt
that
for
full
him.
combo
I
deck
felt
now,
for
though.
him.
It's
Yeah.
Sonata. It's pretty sick.
Mhm.
You were talking about,
The Thorn's
what do you
great
call it? What was the card that's unplayable out of Arsenal?
Tome of Harvest.
Yeah, Tome could be good if you play the...
Not in Viscerai though. It's an Earth.
Right, not in Viscerai, but if you just play the Skeleton, you could pop Skeleton.
Oh, you could just if you get yourself a way to get extra resources.
Make some
Yeah,
extra
there you go.
chance. Like a different version.
Yeah, different.
I don't know if it's worth for just that play, but draw 3 cards is pretty good.
Yeah, drawing cards is
Pop my
great.
chess piece, draw 3 cards.
I feel like you could just get like 7 or 8 more damage instead, but hey, you never know. You never know.
Well, because then your attack's free too. And you get to
Yeah,
play
that's
a bunch
true.
of,
But
other
Oscar, this
stuff in
is
your hand.
Oscar does bring up a good point. We did miss him. We usually see him.
What?
He was on table 1 to start. Or was gonna.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he didn't make
Yeah.
it in. Put me in table 1 then.
It probably would have watched. It probably would have been the Oscar show again. It usually is. The system just loves Oscar. I tell you what.
But all right, I think
Are we ready to go? I think everybody's ready to go. If you guys see your name on the list, hit that like button for me. That way I know that you can see it. I can see those likes coming across. So, hey, I gotta do what I gotta do. You know,
Yeah.
I gotta hustle for the system, for the man. Anyways,
All right, we're gonna roll some dice.
Jamal and everybody, don't be sad for playing Briar. Briar's fun, right? So like, you know what? I can't complain. They're quick matches. I mean, actually, I can sort of complain about the quick matches a little bit because it gives us more coverage.
It's also fun to watch the Briar. I'm not gonna lie, the Briar where they're just like, I'll take it all, and then the opponent has 6 embodiments.
Yeah,
And then they try to swing back. I'm like, I don't know if this works out.
I don't know. We're gonna, the
But then
math
they still
gets a
get
little
damage in
wonky.
them.
Yeah,
Like, all right.
And it's like I got 6 embodiments, not gonna block either. And you're like, okay, we're getting spicy today.
But
It's okay. Oh shit!
Big
Speaking
numbers.
of spicy, that's 12. Oh my god.
all right.
Are we gonna be able to count that high?
gonna
I only
need-
got 10 fingers. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take some shoes off. Hold on.
Ooh.
Give me a second to get the sock off.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right.
Okay, I think we're ready to go now. Yeah.
Okay. There's one.
Oh, there's one. I'm telling you, speaking of Oscar, he's always at the start of for every first round, every first of whatever. It's always Oscar at the top. I'm telling you.
You said that and he was on top again.
I know. I'm telling you,
Okay.
the system loves it.
What the?
Oh, we got 8. All right, 9, 10,
It was up there a lot.
11. All right, next one's it.
Lucky number.
Oh God, fucking done. All right, sorry about that. A little technical difficulties. Welcome back to Uncharted Realms' Sunday event. It's Sunday, so you know what that means. Out of the Box Gaming's Armory Classic Constructed. I'm Brent, alongside streamer to be named. A little sad. We're excited, but also sad at the same time because it's round number 4, which means that this is going to be the last round that's going to wrap up our coverage today of the Armory event. So excited because we get to watch some more games. A little sad because this is the last one, but that's okay. A little bit about Out of the Box Gaming. Out of the Box Gaming is a store local to Thomasville, North Carolina. They have in-store play. They run a lot of like sealed draft events, and just if you just generally want to hang out, or more relevant to most other people, is a awesome trading. A marketplace for trading cards, singles, sort of like TCG Player, but in my opinion, a little bit better. You know, you're going to get some quality stuff from them, and it's going to come pretty well packaged. So if you're kind of in the market for some new cards, or you want to play in person, check out Out of the Box Gaming in Thomasville, North Carolina, or outoftheboxgaming.com. We have Alexander on the Katsu against Kevin on the Briar here in round number 4. A sort of rematch of our first round. We almost come full circle here. We had a Katsu v Briar, a Briar v Briar, a Briar v Briar, and the Briar v Katsu again. So, you know, it's a circle of life over here. And a little bit of a different Briar look from Kevin than Dave has from our first round. So we'll at least get to see kind of the differences there. So I'm glad we get to see Alexander back. So, Kevin should be at 40. I believe Alexander is at 35. We have those life totals flipped. We will fix that here in a second here. Kevin was our turn 1 player. Got some good damage in, generating an embodiment there. And Alexander going to try to return the favor. Broke his cross straps. That tells me he probably has a flying kick here. Probably tells me, no, you don't think so. Doesn't think so. Second Kodachi coming in. So we see him using the cross straps in this match. Didn't really see it earlier. Well, maybe he's just prepping the combo. Surging Strike. This one was free, so I was completely wrong. This one's coming in for 4. Go again. Interesting, of the yellow variety. Gonna lean into that combo. 4 still makes the break point, so that's, I guess, fine. Now, it doesn't make the breakpoint over defense reaction cards, but over regular defenses that just block for 3, it does. So we're looking at the start of the Lord of Winds combo. Kevin blocks 8. Wow, that's an overblock. That's pretty good. Yeah, blocked 8 there. Horn of Tempo red, second up. Not the combo here, though. I think we got you baited a little bit. We didn't really. Alex was going to pitch a card to the Katsu, had that one hit. Kevin wanted to make sure it didn't. And now we got Torrent of Tempo. It's going to hit because Kevin's not going to block it. So he's going to take 5. And Alex is going to be able to function off Katsu if he so chooses. But I don't know if he will. I think he'll probably just arsenal a card and move on. That's exactly what he does. So 35 to 33 is going to be the into Kevin's turn. Kevin thought there might be a mask trigger there for Alexander. Was going to give it to him, but there wasn't because Kevin blocks the 1 attack prior to that. So he did not realize it was in a row. Ended up just working out for him. So how's everybody doing? How did everybody enjoy the event today? If you had a good time watching the coverage or playing in the event, let me know. Let me know. I'd love to see your feedback there. Hit that Discord link in the link below if you're interested in playing yourself and getting on the stream. And more importantly, who do you have in the... Oh, yeah, it is him. Hey, let me see if he can pop in Goldsun if he is here. I'm going to try to confirm this because we think we have some really good news today. in the chat. 1 second there, fellas. Kevin came in with that Command and Conquer, but it's gonna get blocked up. Real quick for me. Oh, Golson, you're here. Awesome. Hey, I have some great news for you. We've been trying to get a hold of you because a little bit ago, I don't know if you're aware of it, you ended up winning an Eye of Ophidia from us. This is actually quite a few months ago, maybe back in the end of July. As you process that, we see Kevin coming in with a plunder run and then the E strike. He's going go again, throwing a card on the bottom. But yeah, Golden, you won an eye. So we would love to give it to you. We'd like to get it shipped over to you at some point. So if you wouldn't mind hitting the Discord, yes, you won it. The problem is we were looking for you. We couldn't figure out your name, and we got some hints. So then we went looking for it. But if you wouldn't mind shooting, if you wouldn't mind hitting our Discord link and shooting streamer to be named a message, so we can get that to you, figure it out. We would love to get it off our shelf and into your hands. So Alexander, no blocks, falls to 27, and Kevin will draw a card there. Pretty meaty 8 go again. So it's awesome. We've been holding on to this for so long, just waiting. And we'd just be very happy to give it away. So we're very happy to get it to its rightful owner. Kevin follows it up with Command and Conquer for 6 on that meaty turn there. 14 damage represented total from Kevin. Alexander, though, I'm taking a look at that Arsenal card. We'll see if he likes it or not. Yeah, no, man, we pride ourselves in just making sure that the right thing happens. So we are not going to give it away to somebody else or get it or just hold on to it until we exhausted all of our options. So we want to make sure that it gets to where it needs to go, to be fair. So we figured you would probably stop in at some point or we'd figure it out at some point. It did take a few months, not gonna lie, but I'm just glad that we caught it. So the initial round when you would send a message, as we wait for Alexander to block here, we'll talk about this for a second. The initial rounds, we saw your message, we're like, oh, wait a minute, I gotta double check and verify that's the right name. And then you dipped out on us after I could verify it because we saw it after the game and ended. So, but that is awesome. I'm glad we were able to get that over to you. I'm glad we were able to get in contact with you. So Alexander here, deciding not to block, loses the Arsenal card. That's going to be, what is that, a find? Was it a find center, I think? I'm not sure. Oh, it's ancestral empowerment. There we go. Yeah, so please hit the Discord. I guess we get an extra Discord user out of you for it. Streamer to be named in the Discord. If you're in the Discord, shoot streamer to be named a message. He may be offline. Would you turn yourself online there real quick so he can see you on the right? You should see him up on the right under the admin section. It's this account, or yeah, it's easier I think on Discord to do it because the way YouTube message systems work. But whenever you get a chance there too, I guess I got your Facebook now. So at the end of the day, if you miss it, forget or run out of time, we can still get a hold of you. All right, so Alex coming in with a head jab. That one hits. Kevin fell to 30. Okay, awesome, perfect. And a soul bead strike, I think. If it hits, go again. Another 0 for 4. Like I'm telling you, the Briar really just, it saw how nice Ninja was, and it's just playing his I don't know if Ninja's now cosplaying Briar or Briar's cosplaying Ninja with just some extra added fluff. That's probably what it is. All these 0 for 4s. Gotta love it though. You gotta love it. So Alex, not necessarily maybe comboing off here, but just coming in with just consistent damage. You know, works for Briar, it can work for Katsu. Kevin has a handful of embodiments. Will block for 5, or a pair of them. So you should be getting a message there, Golson. And no, just go ahead. I believe you should be getting a message. She'll throw out some of the details for you. And we'll figure that one out there. I think mainly we just really need your address, pretty much. Don't post it in the don't post it in the chat. Do it in the private message. You're not getting strangers showing up to your house or somebody sniping your mail. This eye is becoming a valuable card. Now it is unlimited eye. I guess don't forget on that one. But gosh, I wish we had a first edition eye to give away. That would be money. But close that chapter. Kevin, Ravenous Rabble, I believe that's an Earthlore Surge on top. Is this really still for 4? Is that a red one there? I can't tell because of the glare. It's possible. I believe that's what it was. Oh, easy. It'll get you that out easy. No block there from Alexander. No reactions from either. Takes 2. Yeah, that was an Earthlore Surge. That was only coming in for 2. That was blue there. Blue Ball Lightning to follow it up. Yeah, hey, thanks there a lot, man. Close that chapter because we've been seeing it sit there on the shelves, and we were just waiting for it to go for a long time now. So we're very happy to close that one out. Don't feel bad at all, dude. Not at all. It was just a little rough because we didn't have you on the Discord. We couldn't associate like a Discord with the YouTube. Like we were Googling it, it just never figured out. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey. Hey, nothing wrong with being a lurker. Nothing wrong with being a lurker. Just happened to have a good enough game that it brought it out. Something clicked. So I love it, dude. By all means, though, feel free to lurk anytime. We love having you, and we appreciated your support early. So. And closing that event out. Now we finally put that to rest. So super stoked. And now we don't have to worry about damaging it either while it's sitting on the shelf anymore. So that's awesome. It's sitting obviously in its protector and stuff on the shelf, but you know how that stuff can sometimes go. The Ball Lightning gets across. That means Alexander goes to 17. This one's a yellow variety of the yellow flavor. Alex throws the cards out there. He wants to stem a little bit of bleeding. He has his mask available he could have used to block all of it. Kept the cards in hand. We're starting to get to that point where I think Alexander has to rip that tempo back. Mask might be the way to do that, but then again, it might not be. Oh, hey, we love hearing that. It's awesome that that you like the coverage. So definitely great to hear that. But yeah. We'll get that in the mail tomorrow, or I guess sometime this week. We'll try to get it out as soon as possible, and then you should. Ooh, it is a holiday week. It might get there before Thanksgiving, might not. We'll find out. You'll get it soon. You're not too far away from us, so that's pretty awesome there. If I have to, I'll drive it down myself if I have to, but I don't think the mail should get there just fine. Fluster Fist for 4 to start for Alexander here. He needs to make up 13 points, 13 life points here to just break this back even. Not necessarily in the best position here against the Briar, as we kind of focus more back in on the match. Kevin's in a very good spot to take a lot of this. He may concern himself with some combo stuff. Alex has not had, a good opportunity to Katsu here, but this might be the time we see it. We get a Snapdragon Scalar's response on the Flusterfist after no blocks declared by Kevin. No reactions either. So Kevin does take the 4 there. And we're going to see if Alex pops the Katsu. I imagine he'd have to right here. No, he does not. He Whelmings. Whelming Gustwave for 3. Which is interesting to me because Flusterfist is definitely not the end of that combat or that combo, right? It's been a while since I've actually covered a Katsu game in the combo strings, but I believe there's some more going on there. But Whelming Gustwave can lead itself into something pretty big, so we're gonna see. Kevin blocks for 4. Does not want this to hit. Alex not necessarily cares about the hit. He might have cared about that hit where he didn't. Well, Katsu would have already been used on the first one. So I'm a little interested on that one. I'm a bit surprised. But we'll see, right? It's all really going to depend on what Alex kind of has in the deck / what he has in that arsenal zone. Kevin functioning on the Sonata. The last one whiffed that we saw in the previous game. This one hopefully will hit for him. One attack, non-attack, it definitely hit. Gets a choice. Ooh, and he pumped it up. He's got a complete choice here. Gets 2 of them. Wow, what a pitch for that. Oh, man. Sometimes it just works out. Oh, boy. Woo! Alex may be dead here. With those 2 cards going into the hand, Alex may be dead. I hate to say it. I hate to say it here, ladies and gentlemen. Hate to say it. Goldson's happy. Kevin's happy. Alex is going to try to survive. There's the Plunder Run. That's the embodiment of lightning. That's going to be more draw power here for Kevin. Something's going to hit. I guarantee you that. Something's going to hit. For my football fans out there, let's go Bengals, baby. Let's go. I got to check and see how they're doing real quick. It doesn't look too good. Oh no, they're up 10-6. They're up 10-6. My fantasy football is not doing too good in that regards, but the Bengals gonna go for that W. So Scar for Scar, go again, and not due to less life, but the embodiment of lightning. Lightning Surge from hand for 4. So maybe I was wrong. Maybe we aren't gonna see something hit. Alex blocks for 5 the whole hand. He can get there. Kevin makes it go again. All right, here we go, baby. This is what I thought. Kevin, he might come in with the Thorn and not get that draw. That's what he's kind of indicating. Yeah, coming with 2 Arcane, 2 Physical. That gets in. Alex, no mask thrown in front there. So we'll take all of the 4 there. Fall to 11. And that will pass the turn. Right there. Got the life totals updated 26-11. Kevin had just missed the physical there. I actually am a little surprised Alex didn't throw the mask in front of that. Getting into some roasty life total. Alexander's going to need to threaten, I mean, pretty damn near close to lethal. 11, you start talking under like the, 15, 16, 17, 18 range. Briar can make that pretty easily. You just got to be careful, right? Like you just need 1 non-attack, 1 attack, or excuse me, 1 non-attack and like 3 attacks. And all of a sudden, you're looking at 4, 8, 12. You think all 0 for 4s go agains. Then on top of any pump, and maybe even a Thorn, like, you start sitting at 16 life total. All of a sudden, you might have to start throwing cards out of hand. So it's going to be weird. Kevin's going to start with an E-Strike for 5, go again. I love it. We used to see E-Strikes for 7 only, but now we get a whole bunch of the 5 go again. Sometimes even the 5 draw a card, depending on how well the Briar was able to set up in the previous turn. Sometimes we even get that. So, you know, no real complaints there. I love being able to see more modes. More modes being able to choose. So I think that's awesome. Alex is considering this is almost half of his remaining life total right now. Causing no blocks on it. I believe Kevin still has a razor. Do we know if Kevin has a razor still available? I can't remember. I haven't been following it, I guess, close enough. I was too excited about the eye. The eye of Infinity that was given away. Theoretically, twice given away, right? Because, you know, if you think about forgetting something, losing and gaining it back, it's technically twice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that actually maths out very well. But we never did say math was a strong suit over here. Well, speaking of razors, Alex does his razors reflex in front of this ball lightning. Good block there. Kevin comes in just for 2. So a little bit of a non-bow hand here for Kevin. A little bit of a non-bow, but it did generate some embodiments. Alex will take 2 for 4. Now he needs to threaten 26 points with 3 cards in hand and 1 in arsenal. And I don't think that we've seen a Katsu ability yet. So I'm hoping Alex gets a chance to throw it out there. I want to see this ninja go off. I didn't catch. Did we catch what he played? Oh, Kadachi. He Kadachi. And then in the leg tap. Kevin's able to block for it thanks to 2 embodiments there. Or to a embodiment. That's a channel thrown out there. Ancestral Empowerment. Ooh, the display is being a little slow today. 24-4. That means Alex will draw a card on that one. That hits Katsu's ability as well. So we're getting the leg tap combo here. Leg tap, rising knee. Rising knee should be the pickup there. That's what is declared here by Alexander. Waiting for that to come across. A boom. Here it comes. Our first combo chain. Woo! You gotta love to see it. This one's coming for 5. Since leg tap was the last attack this combat chain, rising knee thrust gains +2 and go again. So a nice stringing chain here by Alex. I hate to say it, it's probably not going to be enough because it's not the Lord of Winds setup and stuff. But maybe there's a blackout kick after this. This will be a mass trigger if it hits. I honestly, Kevin could even throw the turn away if he really wanted to. He's got 1, 2, 3 block available on equipment alone, and 1 card from hand to really just shut this down, to be fair. Kevin wisely identifying that it is a combo card and the breaking scalers can come in. And so Kevin will just take 5, no block. Uses life total as a resource. Fall to 19. Alexander will draw a card thanks to the mask. So here we go. This is the turn. We got the blackout, right? This is the blackout kick. It's just gonna be scar for 4. Okay, still not bad. Maybe we get like a flying kick at the end here, or I guess at worst another Kadachi to come in for another 1. Alexander though still sitting on 3 cards in hand, 1 in arsenal. Has 3 block available on equipment. So effectively sitting at 18 life with equipment included. Alexander will arsenal card and end his turn. Did not come in with that last Kadachi. I saw maybe miss 1 point of damage, but you know what? I think that's okay. I think that's okay after a long day. Alexander's still playing it very nicely. I would not be surprised if we see the mask finally getting thrown out in front of something. It's about that time. I don't think Alexander, unless Kevin really gets into nothing here, which this might be the turn though, actually, because we're seeing a snatch here for 7 on hit, draw 2 cards, but there's no go again on this right now. Does Alex respect the razors / can he worry about it? Is he just dead both ways? Throws a whole hand out there and let Kevin cycle out a turn, or we're gonna have to find out. We're gonna have to find out what Alex thinks about this. I do think the mask though does go in front of this. Let's see. Let's math out if Alex throws. I do believe Kevin plays a lightning press as well, doesn't he? I believe he's got a lightning press and a razors in there. So it's possible that Alex just goes for 8. So there's, 8 right there covering the blue lightning press. Could have thrown the mask on there to make 9 to cover the razors, which I actually would have been a huge fan of. But he might have guessed correctly. Oh no, Kevin's saying it's not enough. I think that was the blue lightning. I actually would have liked to see maybe Alex keep one of those cards for the mask instead, because there's almost no way that mask is going to trigger. I say almost no way. It's always possible with 2 cards. A ninja, Kodachi, not attack action card as the 3rd one. And if all 3 of them hit, you do get your mask trigger. So, but that is not going to be the case here. Head jab for 3. Go again. Kevin takes the 3. And to be fair, really the cards that Alex threw out there to block, it really wouldn't have mattered there with the mask anyways, unless there was another spicy attack down there in the arsenal. Kevin is going to draw a card off the tome, go 1 towards the embodiment. I think we're likely going to see this be the turn. There's no arcane barrier, so Kevin is theoretically 3 pitch away on this turn, plus another 3 pitch away on a following turn. That is grasping the Rosetta Thorn. Ball lightning for 3. That's going to require a response here from Alex. Would have loved to see the yellow variety. Alex would. Alex has to throw out 2 cards to block that for 4, so that is likely going to do it. Entwine Lightning, revolving a Lightning Surge, and that's going to be the game. That's going to be the game right there. So, Kevin's coming in for 4. Go again. Alexander will need to throw 2 cards out there. Well, I mean, he still has life total. All right, I should say that there is still life total, so it's not 100% the game, but this is Alex is gonna be 100% tempoed out right here. He's gonna block for 5, leaving a card in hands. Oh, and the Sonata, yeah, that's it. Ball Lightning Weave means he gets the Ball Lightning into hands, and he gets to come in 1 arcane here, sends Alex down to 3. He gets to go Ball Lightning into Sonata. Oh, actually get the embodiment. He can go Lightning Surge, Ball Lightning, Thorn. It's over. It's over. Go Lightning Surge there, Kevin. That is, yeah, definitely not in your arsenal. Oh, or a Scar for Scar. Doesn't matter. They're the same. 0 for 4. Yep. Alex shows the last card there in front of it. And then Kevin's got Ball Lightning. He's got Ball Lightning, Lightning Surge if he wants 8 damage that way. Or he's got a Ball Lightning Rosetta Thorn, or he's got Lightning Surge Rosetta Thorn, so I had 8 damage, another extra 8 damage on top of that. Alexander would have fallen to -6. -6 that turn. Or no, I guess he blocked 2 there, so then he would have been at 1 -5. Yeah, you're right. -5. So Briar, pretty nasty. Look at the pitch zone, by the way. I just want to fucking throw that out there. How healthy is this? Oh boy, but that's a way to end it. You know, it's still fun matches. It's still fun looks, but it is definitely not healthy for the game. But we'll see what LSS kind of does. We'll see what LSS kind of does. Or are they going to let it roll through for a while, or is there a response out there? I do know that there are some answers. Dorinthia seems to be doing okay, from what I hear. Against the Lightning Briar, a lot of ice strategies do okay. Hand Disruption does really well. from what I hear as well, because Briar is not trying to block. They don't have a lot of block in general, so there are options out there, and I'd love to see everybody tech up against them. So we'll see. But that closes it out here in round number 4 and the Out of the Box Gaming's Armory Classic Constructed. We're Uncharted Realms. I'm Brent alongside John and James, and we appreciate everybody for coming out, everybody for watching. If you had a great time, hit that like button and then follow the link tree down below to our Discord. Come in and come hang out with us and come sign up for some events. We'd love to have you, and we'd love to hang out, chat, see what you think, and have a good time. Can you activate Spellbound Creepers after Spectra? I'd have to look up. Would you pull up Spellbound Creepers for me? Yeah, I agree. Lexi can also, like I said, there are options, right? While I don't think being able to just play all these cards with no pitch is healthy in a game set up this way. Let's see. Once return instant, put it on. You may play your next non-action card or an instant activates only if you have attacked or defended with an attack action card this turn. No, so you would not be able to use the Spellbound Creepers after targeting Spectra. Because that's gonna be the attacked. So the attacked there is the verb, and that happens in 20.4.4. So you wouldn't get the second part of activate this ability only if you have attacked or defended with an action card this turn. Hopefully that clarifies it. Hopefully that clarifies that there. I think we probably got a DM about it, and we'll come in. No, for Dominic there. Well, that closes out here. So, yeah. Squid, if you're in the Discord, I'll go back in the lobby there too if anybody wants any other questions or clarifications on stuff as well. But I think that wraps it up here, unless anybody has any pressing questions. Hey, congrats again. Everybody give a round of applause there to Goldson for getting the eye, finally. Won it a while back, but finally got a chance to claim it. So it's super awesome, and we're excited to be able to give that one out and have a great time with that. So but that closes it out here. We appreciate everybody from coming out, and catch us at the next one Fridays, every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Sunday 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll come at you with some awesome flesh and blood action. So don't miss it. Don't be a stranger, and we'll see you there.